Thank you for joining us today. Today I'm with Jaideep Deshmukh he's a director from iconnect digital.co.uk. Jaideep, please tell us what is it that you do and how long you've been doing it for.
Right. Thank you very much for inviting me here on Harminder. I call myself software adoption advisor. Basically, software technology is evolving day by day, and people need help with understanding what's available to them and how they can utilize it to scale their businesses. So my job is to bring that to table, help SMBs, essentially doing multiple things like mobile apps or other systems or system integrations, but I act as a software adoption advisor. I'm a techie myself, so I've been doing it for over 20 years.
Wow.
So I have in and out experience about what we should go for, how we should build things. That's what I do.
Excellent. And who would you say is your ideal customer? I mean, geographically, whereabouts, are they located?
They could be anywhere in the world, but obviously I'm in the UK, so I would prefer, UK, Europe kind of customers. I can understand what's going on here and relate to their problems. So key part is problem solving for me. And that's how I look at things. So my customers are typically small and medium businesses. They could be startups as well. That's one of the sectors I serve well. Startups need a lot of, they're founders, their ideas, but they don't know how to bring the tech in. So I can be their fractional CTO, helping them all through with bringing their concepts into reality and supporting that tech partnership throughout their journey. Or other smaller businesses where they need specific solutions, mobile apps, warehouse stock, inventory control, that kind of stuff.
Excellent. Thank you for that. So just on a slight tangent here, who's the first person that comes to mind, when you think about success?
Mr. Narayan Murthy. And
Oh,
I
wow.
take this with respect. He's a founder of Infosys, everyone knows. I have one more name here, Mr. Bill Gates.
Okay.
And he's been a, role model. Both of these guys, lovely, brilliant in their careers and the thing they brought to the world. Different types, but both these names are, my role models, if you like.
Excellent. And would I be correct in saying that that is actually our current Prime Minister's wife? His daughter.
So current Prime Minister's father-in-law, Mr. Narayan Murthy.
Excellent. Okay. So obviously, like us, everybody else, you've got offices in India, you've got offices here. Were there any business changes, you had to consider that COVID-19 made a necessity for you?
To be honest, as an IT software business, we were already equipped. We were already running remotely, but my team was based next to me. Although my clients were, so it did not affect much in terms of what we did, but the newer talent that we hired, that's where we had to bring in changes so that, once we went all home, who is going to train the new guys? Who's going to give them the skills that they need so that they can start contributing? So we had to change a few things around how we train our freshers or new talent.
The new intake, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so you've told me, you've been running businesses for a long time. Okay, in over all that time, what would you say is your biggest learning, since you became a business owner?
I think the biggest learning for me, because I come from a tech background, I always used to think about technology, but the biggest learning for me was think about customers first and the problems they have. So it's changed completely from in and out, so now I look at what is the problem we're solving, is there a solution, and then start looking at the solution side of things, not start with the problem side of things. That's the biggest change. The other one, obviously, is more business specific, is the cash flow. Cash flow is lifeline of a business. You might be doing wonderful, but if you can't sustain the cash flow, you'll be strangled. So you have to keep costs down and in control. Only then there's a viable case, and then the world is yours.
Absolutely, yeah. Cash flow is king. Yeah, you can survive till the next month. Absolutely. Thank you for that. Okay. Looking at your company, what are your aspirations? What are your goals for your company for the next 5 years?
Very well. We are operating for last 9+ years now. When we started, it was just me and my brother. I used to code that time. Over the last 9 years, over the last 8 years, we went to about 40 people 40 developers doing different projects. Recently, we have merged with another company, and now we've got 2 senior people like me who are looking at technology, and another center with 20 guys. We've got 60 people now. I've got the entire thing we need to scale and grow the business. Obviously, my focus for the next 5 years is to build this base here in the UK and the Europe, and grow 3x in terms of our revenues.
Excellent. Really, really pleased to hear that you're a growing company, and obviously growing company. You told me you've already taken on staff, and hopefully you'll be taking on more staff. Okay. So, what are your sort of current thoughts on the current employment or unemployment situation in Kent, specifically, in our region here?
To be honest, I am newer to this area, so I can't give a specific comment on Kent, but I can generally tell you it's the same in many places when it comes to software development, that there are jobs, but there are not enough people with that level of skills. There are so many people available, but they're not skilled enough. So there is a skill gap, and especially it is wider here in UK and probably in Kent as well. So you can find people who are not very skilled, but you can't find experienced, skilled people for the job. So that's the gap. I think something needs to be done there.
Yes, actually, I've been hearing that from quite a lot of employers, a lot of business owners, sort of resonate with what you just said there. Okay, so I want to take you back to the past. When you were a young man. Okay, when you were 18, what sort of advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Okay. I think, every person, when they go through their journey, and then the current situation takes over them. They don't realize that it's a longer journey. They need to look at the bigger picture. Certain circumstances right now can overwhelm you and might force you to take decisions that you really don't want to. But if you can look at the larger picture, the longer run, as your life and as your career, I think it's best not to give every current situation so much importance, and live through it and look at the larger picture when taking the decisions. If I would have seen this myself, I would have started this company 20 years ago.
Wow.
But yeah, obviously it took me time to get to somewhere and then realize, okay, this is what I want to do. But if I knew this before, this company would have been 25 years old already.
Fantastic. So if I wanted to do business with you, Jaideep, okay, how would I contact you? How can I get hold of you? Well, tell us how easy it is to do business with you.
I'm very, very active on LinkedIn and Facebook. Obviously, email is something that I constantly do. Email, phone, Facebook. LinkedIn is predominantly that I use. There are multiple ways to get in touch with me.
And your website address is iconnectdigital.co.uk. Is that correct? Yeah. Absolutely.
And my email address on the same domain. So, I'm happy to share my information so that you can include it.
Yeah, we'll share that for you. Yeah, absolutely. And is there any final thoughts you'd like to add?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I would like to extend an offer here for all our viewers, wonderful viewers. So, I'm currently doing a project on warehouse stock and inventory control management. We've already got a demo working. So, anybody who's interested in looking at the demo, and if they happen to, purchase or make a purchase, I'm happy to give them a 10% discount on my service costs, which would mean typically £300 to £500 at least.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much for that, Jaideep. That's very generous. I want to really thank you for joining us today. It's been a pleasure chatting with you. And I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Harminder. I'm really glad you called me on this one and give me an opportunity to tell about myself. Thank you so much.